Hello, everyone. Week 3 of the new me. I'm just reminiscing about some old childhood memories, and I want to talk about water. When I was a little girl, my mom would always offer us tap water out of the sink for all of our meals, and any other time we wanted water, we could have it, but I thought it tasted disgusting. So I would refrain from drinking water often, and I found myself very thirsty all the time. And I got so thirsty that I started having dreams about water and drinking water from the faucet. However, I was a little girl and I had no idea what the word water was. And so I knew I needed to communicate effectively. So I sat in my kitchen, at my kitchen table, all day long until somebody went over to the sink and started talking about water so I would know how to say whatever that thing was that came out of the faucet, water, right? So it was about 5 o'clock at night. My mom always made dinner at 5. And she asked my brother Sean to go over and boil some water so she could start dinner. And my brother Sean put some water in the pot and he put it on the stove and he asked her if he needed to stay there till the water boiled. And she said, "No, I'll be right there. I'll be right back." I didn't hear the word water. I heard the word boiling. And so I called water boily for the next 2 to 3 years. In fact, I said it so much that my little sister Wendy would call water boily. And we sat at the dinner table and I was thirsty and I asked, "Can I have some boily?" And everybody ignored me. They had no idea what I was talking about. So I was very persistent and I said, "I would like some boily." And my sister Tracy looks over at me and she knew exactly what I wanted. And she went over and grabbed a cup out of the cupboard and she pointed to the faucet and she said, "Do you want some water?" And I had no idea what she was talking about. Why would she say water? It was boily because I heard the word boiling. So I nodded. I'm like, "Yeah, I want that." So she grabbed some water and she waited for it to run a little bit and it tasted better because, well, it was a little colder. If you let the water run a little bit, it's a little cooler. So she gave it to me and it tasted great. My father would take us on hiking trails, and along the trail you would come across spring water. Not the spring water that they have in plastic bottles at the grocery store, but actual spring water from the mountain. Now, if there ever was a fountain of youth, it would be this water. It stimulates all of your senses on your body, and it's incredible. It feels amazing. And we would drink this, and I look forward to every day we could go hiking with our dad because he would show us where all the springs were. And we would go up to Mount Timpanogos, and along the trail we would go off a little ways and there would be natural spring ponds. And they looked like lakes to me, but they were only 2 or 3 feet deep. And I remember asking him one day if I could swim in one because I just loved this water. It was so incredible. And he's like, "Sure, go ahead, and I'll be on the lookout in case anybody comes. I can let you know because some people get a little upset because this water runs down into the valley and we drink out of it." And I remember just wading in that water and it was just incredible. And they also have hot springs that you can go to that's all natural water that you can just bathe in or wade in, whatever you want to do. But it's like a hot tub, except it's natural water from the earth that Mother Earth gave us. And that is a wonderful experience as well. My brother Michael and I would go to Bear Lake or Heber Lake and just walk around the lake and talk about whatever and hang out for the day. And I remember being really hungry and asking him if we could go home. And he's like, "Oh no, I know what to do." And he started digging this hole on the side of the lake. And he dug it really fast because he was just incredible like that. He was 4 years older than me. And he dug this hole. It was about 3 feet deep and 5 feet wide. And he's like, "Here, get in this hole." And he took this narrow part of the land, this dirt, out of the edge here, right, that would connect the lake to this little homemade pond that he just made. And he's like, "Watch this." And all these fish started getting into this little area that I was waiting in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And he's like, try to catch a fish, Rachel, try to catch a fish. And so I went down and I tried to catch one, and it scraped up my hand really bad. And he's like, come on, you could do this. He goes, and I just want you to throw it up on the land and it'll bounce around for a little bit, but that's okay because it'll die. I'm like, okay. So I did. I caught like 3 of them, and we cooked them and we ate them, and that's how we ate for the day. But it was just a good experience.